Thomas Holland is a British writer and historian, who has published several popular works on classical and medieval history as well as creating 2 documentaries. Biography. Holland was born near Oxford and brought up in the village of Broadchalk near Salisbury, Wiltshire, England. He was educated at Chaffin Grove School, Canford School, and Queen's College, Cambridge, where he obtained a double first in English and Latin. He has adapted Herodotus, Homer, Thucydides and Virgil for BBC Radio 4. His novels are set in the past, and generally include a supernatural, horror element. He is the author of several non-fiction books about the ancient world. In 2004, he was awarded the Hessel-Tiltman Prize, awarded to the best work of non-fiction of historical content, for his book Rubicon, The Last Years of the Roman Republic. In 2005, James Buchan reviewed Persian Fire positively for The Guardian, while Paul Cartledge, a professor of Greek history at Cambridge University, recommended it for The Independent thus: "If Persian Fire does not win the Samuel Johnson Prize, there is no justice in this world." Writing in the Sunday Telegraph, historian Dominic Sandbrook reported it as riveting, and praised the enormous strengths of the author. In February 2011, he presented and wrote Dinosaurs, Myths and Monsters, a BBC 4 program exploring the influence of fossils on mythology. In August 2012, he produced a documentary for Channel 4 entitled Islam: The Untold Story, which provoked what Holland described as a firestorm of death threats against him. Contributors included Professor Patricia Crone. The program generated a strongly negative response from some British Muslims, with more than 1,000 complaints received by Ofcom and Channel 4. A planned screening of Islam: The Untold Story before an audience of historians was cancelled, due to security concerns raised from threats received by Holland as a result of the documentary. In August 2014, Holland was one of 200 public figures who were signatories to a letter to The Guardian opposing Scottish independence in the run-up to September's referendum on that issue. In March 2015, Holland published a piece entitled "We Must Not Deny the Religious Roots of Islamic State" in the New Statesman. It argued that the jihadists of ISIS call themselves Islamic and people like Mehdi Hassan ought not to deny it, as he had in the previous week's issue. Holland wrote that it is not merely coincidence that ISIS currently boasts a caliph, imposes Quranically mandated taxes, topples idols, chops the hands off thieves, stones adulterers, executes homosexuals and carries a flag that bears the Muslim Declaration of Faith. In May 2015, Holland gave the inaugural Christopher Hitchens lecture at the Hay Festival, in which he addressed the subject of de-radicalizing Muhammad. In an interview he gave to Quadripheme the following month, he explained that he wanted the lecture to promote discussion of the way Muhammad's life is interpreted, arguing that his mythos lies at the core of what is pernicious in the goings-on of Islamic State and other radicals. In the same interview he provided an insight into his own views, asserting that liberalism is essentially Christianity light, and you can include atheism and secularism in that bracket too. These are basically Christian heresies. The ethics involved are really New Testament ones, and adding later, when asked about resistance to his views on Islam, that, "When I write about Islam, my anxiety, and the reason I always pull my punches, isn't that I'm afraid I'll be killed. It's that I'm afraid to be drummed out of the Liberal Club." In July 2015, Holland appeared on the Current Affairs television program This Week, arguing why he thought it was incorrect of David Cameron to say that Islamic State are not Islamic. Personal life. Holland lives in London with his wife and 2 daughters. He is a keen cricket fan and member of the Authors' She cricket team. He has written about receiving batting training from England captain Alistair Cook, and once hit a 6. He has since claimed that he will write a history book about using an extended piece of wood to hit balls. Books. series The Vampire, being the true pilgrimage of George Gordon, 6th Lord Byron, ISBN 0-316-912271-1. Supping with Panthers, ISBN 0-316-87622-4. Novels Attis, ISBN 0-7490-0213-1. Deliver Us from Evil, ISBN 0-316-882488. The Sleeper in the Sands, ISBN 0-316-644803. The Bone Hunter, ISBN 0-316-64819-1. Short fiction The Poison in the Blood, ISBN 0-349-11964-3. Plays The Importance of Being Frank, ISBN 0-9530587-1-9. Nonfiction Dynasty, The Rise and Fall of the House of Caesar, New York, Random House. 2015. ISBN 978-0-385-53784-1. In the Shadow of the Sword, The Battle for Global Empire and the End of the Ancient World, New York, Random House. 2012. ISBN 978-1-408-70007-5. The Forge of Christendom, The End of Days and the Epic Rise of the West, New York, Random House. 2008. ISBN 978-0-307-27870-8. Persian Fire, The First World Empire and the Battle for the West, New York, Random House. 2005. ISBN 978-0-307-27948-4. Rubicon, The Last Years of the Roman Republic, New York, Random House. 2003. ISBN 978-1-400-07897-4. Translation Herodotus, The Histories, New York, Random House. ISBN 978-0-143-10754-5.